The only privacy that's left is inside of your head. Maybe that's enough. What will it be like if you are being watched every day, every moment, and mostly with your own consent? Will you give your freedom of privacy to be exploited by the state in the name of national interest, security, and protection? In recent years, we have seen many rebuttals against Facebook, WhatsApp, etc., for using data of users and exploiting it for election campaigns and commercialization. All these hidden exploits brought to light by various employees thinking of betterment and freedom of their fellow citizens, not to mention consequences of their whistleblowing. Snowden began his career as technologist for CIA after 9/11 and later joined NSA.
We're going to start with an aptitude test. Each of you is going to build a covert communications network in your home city. You're going to deploy it, back up your site, destroy it, and restore it again. The point of this exercise is to keep your infrastructure up and running securely. The average test time is 5 hours. If you take more than 8, you will fail.
Mr. O'Brien? I'm done, sir.
You don't have to tell me when you've completed a stage.
No, I finished the whole thing.
It's been 40 minutes.
38.
What?
38 minutes.
During his tenure, he worked as a systems engineer in U.S. Embassy at Geneva, bringing CIA into the future by digitizing and automating their networks and stations. He also helped in designing global backup for the agency, a massive covert network that ensured that in case of nuclear blast, data would never be lost. The most notable contribution is building new type of computing architecture, a cloud, the first technology that enabled every agent, no matter where they were physically located, to access and search any data they needed, no matter the distance. Since like all the covert operations and agency work, compartmentalization is key, with only leadership knowing the complete picture. CIA and NSA were transforming themselves to a new era of digitalization, and Snowden was the man leading the way, although his works were also compartmentalized. However, eventually through different events and human curiosity, Snowden deciphered the big picture, a giant machine to form a system of global mass surveillance. In this book, Snowden has put his entire life, from his childhood to joining CIA, then NSA, and finally exile as a result of his whistleblowing. Snowden shared many documents with journalists relating to mass surveillance program created in the wake of 9/11. The program called PRISM enabled NSA to routinely collect data from Google, Skype, Facebook, YouTube, etc., including emails, photos, videos, and everything, which then passes through different exploit programs and gives complete access to users' entire data in few seconds, completely unbeknownst to the person. Describing one such capability of this system, Snowden tells that after creating and using this program, I got to realize that everyone who is online has one thing in common. They store photos and videos of their family.
What I will be providing you and the fine gentleman of the Secret Service is a list of every threat made about the president since February 3rd, and a profile of every threat maker.
And these are, like, existing targets?
Like 99% are going to come from the bulk collection program, so upstream muscular tempora PRISM.
PRISM?
You got a little Snow White in you. Which makes me feel like the witch bringing you a poison apple. Here.
Exhibit A. Oakland resident Justin Pinsky posted on a message board. Romania has a storied history of executing their leaders. Couldn't they do us a solid and take out Bush? Oh, this looks juicy. This is from a G-chat.
With the biggest python you've ever seen.
How is this all possible? Keyword selectors. Attack, take out, Bush. So think of it as a Google search, except instead of searching only what people make public, we're also looking at everything they don't. So Emails, chats, SMS, whatever.
Yeah, but which people?
The whole kingdom, Snow White.
He also tells about a moment when one person being red flagged by the system was being analyzed, with complete persona development based on his data, internet history, etc. And there came a moment when Snowden accessed his computer camera, with that person completely unaware of the hack, although Snowden got nothing of interest but that person's kid playing with him during the entire hack. Edward Snowden carried whistleblowing from Hong Kong, where USA cannot exercise his powers due to diplomatic relations, and later planned to move to Ecuador through Moscow with the help of Julian Assange, founder of WikiLeaks. But USA canceled Snowden's nationality and so his passport while he was transitioning through Moscow. This put him in jeopardy, whilst media and US government portraying that Snowden is a Russian spy, although his generations were patriotic US citizens. Later asylum was granted by Russia on humanitarian grounds, not to mention the proverb, "Enemy of my enemy is my friend." In conclusion, Snowden's autobiography seems like a Hollywood action movie, a patriotic agent betrayed by his own, struggling to bring the truth to light. Although this time his story is not fiction and is backed by tons of evidence. This book is an exciting read into how internet, a free utility created to create global community, where everyone having equal freedom of speech is being exploited in the name of national security, and how patriotic people keeps on whistleblowing to maintain the status quo of freedom of speech, freedom of privacy, and freedom to act, no matter the consequences.